I think Sen just lost all of his banelings and right-clicked on this Nexus. Yes, he did. So I'm sorry we missed that, but the Nexus is down for MC. MC feeling a little compelled to press in here, considering Sen just lost a lot of banelings on that Nexus and didn't deal very much army damage. Good storms coming down there. Look how fast he depletes all those. Some Templar running up here and suiciding and tanking a bunch of baneling hits, as we can see. MC's push here is going to be pretty hard to deal with if you're Sen. He's trying to get Infestors out and Zerglings to deal with this as quickly as he possibly can. Stalkers are still pressing up here, so MC's army is still a little scary. He may just turn his attention to this expansion, but there's a lot of spine crawlers there, so he's opting to just keep pressing into the natural of Sen. These Templar are not ready to storm yet. As you can see, their energy is just slightly below 75, so MC may just be waiting for a couple seconds before he's ready to go back in. But look how far off he's pushed the creep. Infestors are now out to deal with this as best they can. MC's Nexus is almost done as his fourth. That did get killed just a second ago. MC is throwing down a pylon, looking like he wants to reinforce this as soon as possible. Nothing off of those Stargates quite yet, so we'll see what those 2 extra Stargates were for in just a moment. MC did turn his attention to this expansion. Sen now has 2 hatcheries over here on the left side that are up and are going to be mining very soon. A bunch of banelings do get through this tiny crack in the force fields. MC trying to do his best to protect his army. These Mutalisks are all going to go down, but there's still slightly a standing army here out of MC. This would probably be a good time to retreat, considering that Sen does have a lot more reinforcement potential. There's some fresh Blink Stalkers and a Templar here. It's going to be able to push off these units from Sen. So a bit of a expansion exchange there. This expansion didn't actually go down, but he stopped all the mining on there. Sen did just transfer it to these other 2 expansions, which are now mining pretty well right now. MC is falling just a little bit behind, and again, I don't know why he put down these 2 extra Stargates, but he has not produced anything off of them yet. Here they are in the back of his main. So he's on 3 Stargates and 3 robotics, but he hasn't shown what he wants to do with that yet. So he has Colossus opened up. He has +1 attack for his air units, which is a really rare upgrade to see nowadays. He does have a lot of gateways, as we can see them all here in the main. So he has every tech path open and everything ready to go. 3 Colossus on the way, and right as he does that, 2 Broodlords start. So this kind of is a guessing game from MC as far as how he should be reacting. We also did not see the Greater Spire going up because of all the action in this game. Here's a pretty big drone transfer out of Sen. Just going to be transferring to this 4th base here. So you can see Sen's natural is now mined out. His 3rd is almost mined out. So Sen is starting to gravitate toward the left side of the map away from MC. And MC is just slowly building up. He has a huge amount of tech out right now. And it just depends on if he makes the correct reads and is able to control those correctly. As soon as he sees the Broodlords, though, I would expect those Stargates to start spinning. Still 3 more Colossus on the way. And if you're on triple Robo, it's usually an all-in tech route, but considering he has every tech path open, he can transition pretty much however he wants. So I really like this style against Zerg. It's very flexible, very late-game ready style, wherein you can react to anything the Zerg is going to put out, considering you have your entire library ready. These 3 Colossus are going to make it 6, and I think as soon as he gets that, he's going to push, considering he is also max as soon as those 3 are going to hit the field. Thermal Lance is also going to finish right on time. So here come these 3 Colossus all waddling their way out to the middle of the map. 3 more Broodlords and 10 Spine Crawlers are on the way. So this is just a crazy macro game. This is almost like both players just have unlimited resources and can make whatever they want. And it just depends on who is able to make the better units out of all that. A bunch more Spine Crawlers starting up here for Sen. The Broodlords are now revealed. So MC is going to have to do what he can with this army, considering he can't produce anything else at the time being. So MC is going to press in here, see what he can do. If he can get a blink off underneath these Broodlords, that could actually end the game. So it's a pretty frail time for both these players right now. With this many Colossus out, these Banelings and Zerglings are not going to do anything against this unit composition unless he gets a really good flank. Look at these storms forcing Sen to walk into all of them. The Banelings still do go off. And there's still a bunch of Broodlords in the air, so army trade right there. I don't think it really favored either player, but MC is now down 3 Colossus. The Void Rays are now starting off of those Stargates. There's a lot of Broodlords on the field right now, though. And with the Infestor support, this could be pretty hard for MC to deal with. but he's doing pretty well. He needs to probably take another base as soon as possible. Probably back in one of these locations, or even right here would be fine. So MC cannot afford to fall behind right now, getting a little bit too worried about his army. You can see he's going to be mining off only one base here in just a moment, as this is way oversaturated. There's no mining in his main or natural, and basically no mining at his third either, as these patches are about to dry up. 3 Void Rays coming out at a time. So you can see MC adjusting to what Sen is doing, and Sen can't overcommit, but then again he doesn't know that these Stargates are ready. So as soon as he sees this many Void Rays, MC could just go in there, kill all of his Broodlords, and then be able to kill a couple of expansions as well, allowing him time to get his own expansions up. So again, another game that has a really awkward tempo to it. MC does get the Nexus started, as we can see over here. There's one Zergling poking away on that pylon. A little bit of an unnecessary blink there from MC, but he really wanted to kill that Zergling. Here comes a decent Void Ray fleet out of here. As soon as he gets these next 3 out, he's going to have 9 Void Rays on the field, which is a lot, especially when there's not many Corruptors here to support these. So I'm getting kind of worried for Sen as he's overcommitting to these to these Broodlords just a little bit. He has okay Infestor support, but these Broodlords are just so slow that with how many Blinkstalkers and Void Rays are on the field, he might just lose them all without doing very much damage. So this is an interesting kind of convergence point on this game right now to see if MC is able to win this next fight. He might actually win this game, force a Game 5, and we could be moving on to an ace match in this series. Look at this! All these Broodlords are caught unaware, and these Void Rays are really going to take them out fast. But the Void Rays are all clumping up, so some Fungal Growths could really do a ton of damage to these. The Void Rays are continuing to chase. There's feedbacks on the Queens, as you saw there, as well as feedbacks on the Infestors. Up come the Broodlords, and the Void Rays are really ripping them apart right now. There's a bunch of Void Rays that are back behind. So this is what we're expecting. If he commits too hard to these Broodlords and doesn't have the right support for them, the Void Rays could just walk in here and end the game. So Sen needs to be really careful right now. The Void Rays are doing so much damage. I mean, losing these Void Rays losing these Broodlords for free is so devastating. Sen just sending a counterattack down to this expansion to try and cancel it out as best he can. MC catches wind of it, and the expansion will likely still go down. Or no, he did intercept that quite well. Look at all the charred Zerglings. The Void Rays are now getting fungled, and they're losing quite a bit of health. 5 more Infestors are on the way. The Archon is now being morphed. This expansion is going to go down if MC focus fires it. But either way, he's going to kill these Spore Crawlers. Another Fungal comes down, killing another Void Ray. So the Void Ray numbers are being thinned out just a little bit, but look how far behind Sen is in supply. The rest of MC's army is now rallying. These Void Rays are basically unchecked right now. There's nothing at these expansions that's stopping them. One Fungal is not going to kill these Void Rays. As you can see, they have enough health to withstand actually 3 Fungals right now. This expansion is going to go down. This expansion is probably also going to go down unless Sen can muster up a lot of Infestors out of nowhere in the next little bit. He does not have the gas for it right now, though. And MC actually splits his Void Rays so that the Fungal does not do as much as it should. The rest of MC's army is being very cautious, as I don't think MC realizes how far ahead he is right now. But the Void Rays are coming in here trying to clean up the rest of this. Fungal is going to kill a couple of Void Rays. This next Fungal is going to be really hard to deal with. There's now some infested Terran spawning, and MC needs to be careful with these. There are more Corruptors coming out here, and Sen is just barely holding on. This is really, it's kind of close, but at the same time, MC has a huge army, and Sen has almost nothing. So Sen, I think he's probably going to lose this, and I think MC is going to take it to Game 5, which would be really nice to get a 5th game out of this series, but we'll see what happens in the next little bit here. If he's not careful, he could lose a lot of Stalkers to these Banelings, but that does not actually happen. Here comes the Infestors coming up here trying to deal with the rest of these Void Rays. Sen has to call good game, and he quits out. So indeed, it is going to be a Game 5 between these two. The winner of Game 5 is assured $25,000. This is a huge game coming up. And on top of that, they get a chance to compete for the grand final prize of $50,000. So we will see what happens in the next game, see which one of these players is going to be a lot richer after about 20 minutes of StarCraft. So watch out for that. Tune in to the next game. I'll be right back with it.